Hello and welcome to Throwback Theater. I am Eric Lutz.
And I'm Lee.
That's unprofessional, Lucas.
What the fuck
Shouldn't
is
be
wrong with you?
eating gummy snacks on the
It's
podcast.
And
It's a gummy meal.
Hey, I'm a grown boy. I'm Lucas too, by the way.
Excuse you. Chris is here.
There he is. How you doing tonight, everyone? I say tonight, but it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
We don't know that.
Yeah, they don't have to know that,
There's no
but they
windows
do
here.
now. I'll edit that out. So today's movie, First Kid.
Oh boy.
Damn.
That's great.
Who picked this one?
I did.
You're still eating.
I still have a
That's-
whole bag of them.
Well, you share?
No.
We should do an episode where we all just eat like loud snacks, like, yeah, and do a lot of mouth sounds.
I'm trying to get the audience into this.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we just turned
Yeah,
people
nothing, I was
off.
gonna say nothing gets people into something like wet mouth noises.
Hey.
That's gonna be a new podcast, wet mouth sounds.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I picked this one.
Watermelon. Okay, yeah.
And I love this movie, and then the one scene that I always remembered as a kid was Sinbad teaching the first kid how to dance, and it was always one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. And again, when I watch it, it was still great. Still a great scene.
Do you want to give us a plot in 30 seconds?
I'll pass this one to Chris.
Okay.
I think he would do a better job.
All right, Chris, whenever you're ready.
Pressure's on.
So the president has a son. The president of the United States. He's a white guy. Has a white son, and his son is a coming-of-age boy, adolescent, who's a dick, kind of. Mostly because he's lashing out, and he's gone through a string of personal bodyguards, Secret Service agents, and he's got
10
his
seconds.
new Secret Service agent, Sinbad, who's a big, tall, funny black guy, and
Okay.
chaos ensues.
Yeah, hey.
That's how they pitched that.
Lee was there. He knows.
I mean, the whole idea of this relies on Sinbad. I mean, he's the
Let's talk
Part of
about
the movie.
Sinbad.
He's the
because
driving force behind this movie.
Here's the thing, and I mean, Sinbad is kind of looked down upon these days, but I thought he did a fine job
Can
in
I
this
ask
movie.
why
if
that
I'm being
is?
honest.
Why did
Yeah.
Sinbad disappear? What happened to Sinbad?
I was thinking that.
He's really funny in this movie.
Yeah,
he has a
he's-
great comedic timing,
Mhm.
like presence. And as I was talking to Chris the other day, I was like, I would have watched the shit out of a movie with him and Chris Tucker as just being two funny black men just doing something.
It's just called Two Funny Black Men.
Buddy cop movie.
Doing
How would watch
something.
that?
With a baby, and there's a van, and
And they're
funny
running.
black men, and they're running.
Oh, Sinbad, you crazy!
I mean, he is still active. He was, in Always Sunny. I think he does comedy tours. I don't think he's ever stopped. And I think he's only like 59. He's not even 60. So
Cool.
He's
I hope to see
relatively
more
young.
of
Yeah.
Sinbad. But for real though, he's a terrible Secret Service agent.
yeah,
Right?
Those damn ties.
With what I was gonna say, with worse ties. Yeah.
Oh, those ties were great. Come on, he brought that fashion sense to the.
Well, I
did.
like how the setup for this movie, how he became the kid's bodyguard, is the kid was mooning the press, and Sinbad just ran over and blocked his butt.
Oh yeah, he was like the first one on the
That was
scene.
it.
He was
First
the
one on the
first one on the
scene.
scene.
Which really, like, they didn't set up that he was even, like, really there. Like,
No.
there's a whole scene where he's buying donuts, and
Well, yeah, they're all in the mall.
they're in the mall,
Oh.
and then Sinbad just runs out of nowhere from the crowd. And,
No, he's behind when they're all walking with the kid. He's like behind the main posse, following with the reporters.
I must have
And
walked away.
he ultimately wants to guard the president.
Right.
He also abuses his power as a Secret Service
He
agent.
does.
He somehow convinces donut and coffee shop owners that their food is gonna explode, therefore they must give it to him.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Hey, free donuts.
Yeah, hey. You know what? There's suckers out there, man. You just gotta find them. And man, so this kid. Who is this kid, by the way? Does anyone know? Do you have this, Lucas?
I do. He's in the other two real famous movies.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to hold off?
We can do it right now.
I'd like to know what he's in.
Yeah.
His name is Brock Pierce.
Okay.
And
Ooh,
he,
Brock.
he has about, I think, just like 8 movies in his career, and like he stopped making movies by 97. It was his last movie.
This was what, 95?
Yes, so
Okay.
he has like 2 other
6.
movies, and
96.
the other movies that he has that he was famous for is he's in the first 2 Mighty Ducks.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We need to do the fucking Mighty Ducks on this show. I think that would be a great one.
Because after he grew up,
Double
now
feature.
Oh,
he,
we could do a sports themed.
Yeah,
we
I like
a
that.
sports movie.
He owns 2 companies.
They're tech companies,
He has
right?
2 tech companies that pretty much deals with like Bitcoins. And
He does
all
this.
that
This is what he does now.
Yeah.
stuff. Yes.
Okay.
And he has like 2 sex scandals.
2.
Yeah.
Yes, with boys.
Minors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Minors.
Ooh.
Nothing was proven, but there
Okay.
were the allegations.
Wow.
Do you think ironically, he's in a chat room in this movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
that's one of my
Directed by
favorite
a
things.
man.
Snake chat.
Snake chat for
His
pet snake owners.
his name is Viper Kid.
Viper Boy.
Viper Boy, and then he's talking to Mongoose 12.
Yes.
Wait, does that
On the kid
Which
internet, he
well,
refers to
mongoose
it
is
as
Mongoose
also
has killed
hunt
snakes.
cobra snakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sort of I guess that's the point because, spoiler alert, the person he's talking to is his ex personal bodyguard, Secret Service agent who lost his job.
Because
Right.
the kid sucks.
Right.
And also, you know that the person that he's talking to is a serial killer when he spells it out LOL. And he writes LOL and then
Laugh out loud.
and he writes it laugh
But
out
Yeah,
loud.
I
right
was gonna say
after.
this is the
Yeah, but if you're gonna put LOL, you don't write the other part of it.
I didn't know
You
LOL
did
was a
then.
thing in 1996.
Yeah.
I didn't know either until I saw it. But then again, you wouldn't spell it out if you're already putting the acronym in there.
I first thought you meant like he spelled like ELOH.
Oh no! He actually says.
Guys, do you
laughing
think
out
First
loud.
Kid invented LOL?
Yes.
Yes, right.
I mean, it is one of the earlier examples that I can recall.
It stands for Love Your Lots, right? Do we ever see that guy getting fired? That agent?
I don't think.
No,
'Cause
he's
that's-
just
that's
like
where I
mess
was.
by the end
Yeah.
of the movie. He's
Yeah.
just like a
I mean,
drunken
I
disaster.
think we saw him talking. Sinbad's higher in command, the other guy. He tells him that he got fired, but not to
Right.
the guy itself. He just tells Sinbad that he got the other guy.
Yeah, like that's what I was a little confused about because we don't even really see that guy like lose it, you know.
No, I think the woman just says, "I don't want him near the first lady."
But
says,
like,
I don't
can,
want
can
to
you
see
blame him? Like the kid sucks.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, no, they just didn't like just put him somewhere else.
Do you
He was
guys think?
entirely fired.
Do you guys think Obama's kids do this? Like,
moon people in the mall?
No, but Bush's kids definitely.
Well, the thing about this was the whole fact that like I never bought that the security would follow around the first kid like that all the time. I mean, when
yeah,
you're
in this,
leaving,
he's like in a
yes.
public school. Like, president's kids don't go to.
Well, no, it's
a private. It's a private
school,
school,
yeah.
but I guess I assume that they don't go to a school and just have a secret security guard
No.
sitting next to them. That
or
doesn't
or
sound
follow
right.
them around the White House at every step.
Right.
Like the whole opening scene with him eating breakfast, he's like pissed off that he's eating breakfast, and I'm just like, this. Yeah, he's late, but like, if you're just eating breakfast, like chill the f. I don't think Secret Service people do.
I do.
You think?
Yeah.
Every second, even in the White House.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, yeah, they have their own bedroom, and I'm sure they have some personal space, but, like, yeah, for the most part, they're probably not more than, like, a room away.
Well, is he just starting the school at this school?
I think yes,
Because he
Does that
gets
mean his
punched in
dad-
the face.
because he's going to
High school.
yes.
But does that mean his dad just got elected president, then? I'm
Ooh.
assuming,
They were
right?
talking
But
about
he's-
re-election.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
talking about going back on the campaign trail.
Well, then he
so-
had to... Oh, well, maybe it's because maybe he's a freshman, so it's
Yeah.
it's a high school, so it's a different
But
private
let me just say again that a kid punched the president's.
Also,
kids
that's
right in
the kid
face.
from Home
Home
Improvement.
Improvement. Yeah,
Yeah, Brad.
Yeah. Brad, yeah.
Brad from Home Improvement.
I mean, that kid's got a story to tell. Yeah, remember that time I punched the president's son in the face like a bitch? So Sinbad, he even gets that peace sign necklace. That's a tracker.
A tracker,
Which
yeah.
peace sign necklaces, guys? We got to bring those back.
We do.
Or have they ever left?
I mean, that one was pretty hip.
For 96, also very cutting edge technology.
The tracker?
Yeah, he's like, "Where's the transmitter?" Because how would
It's
there
also-
be?
Ah,
one?
they had transmitters long before that, though.
But that thing's
Haven't
so
you
much better than
seen-
anything that the Secret Service has.
Yeah.
Which is also fascinating.
And he's in a mall.
Yeah.
No Country for Old Men has the transponder. That's where he finds the money. That's the
Oh,
80s.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a part where Sinbad.
I'm using movies to
Well,
back up my historical claims, but
So obviously this kid just needs a friend and needs to not be.
Be a
He needs
kid.
to chill. Yeah. There's a part where Sinbad sneaks him out of his room.
Like, pretending to be the friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reggie, yeah.
And everyone seems to buy it.
Yeah.
It's also funny because nobody saw Reggie coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
and this is the fucking White House. They're like, oh, I guess this guy was inside. What I remember from this movie is the tunnel that he has in his room, because I was always like, that's really fucking cool. And
Wait,
I wanted
tunnel?
He's a secret
Secret
passage.
Oh, yeah,
And
they had...
it's like an emergency.
With like Reagan stuff and
only-
Jimmy Carter was here.
It said
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe and JFK, which was basically their fuck room, I assume.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, his bedroom was JFK's fuck room. Yeah.
as you so elegantly referred to it as.
Well, when there's graffiti on the wall of your own house, I mean...
I like to picture that scene there, like it's just like Marilyn and John just smoking cigs and fucking and being like, let's write our names on the secret passage.
on the same couch
just
that they
boozed up
sit
in
on.
champagne.
The thing is also Jimmy Carter's name is etched on the wall.
Amy
in one
Carter,
of
I
them.
think.
Amy
her
Carter. Okay.
daughter of him. But I want to talk about the virtual reality real fast.
Yeah.
Because that was like the pinnacle of 90s virtual reality, which is what happens in the
This
climax.
is at the end, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's also in the beginning in the mall because he sees
Yes.
the VR and he
Oh,
wants
right.
to play it, and the mom says,
Yeah.
"No, we can't."
It reminds me of Blank Check at the end when he gets
Yes,
the virtual,
yeah.
and the guy freaks out. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yes, but I don't know if that was real. I actually looked these machines up, and these were apparently real. And for the time, like I was like, oh, I never even like it used what we think of as virtual reality. Everything was very heavy and wired, but it still functioned. And I thought that was really cool. And with the PSVR just coming out and all that shit, it's like we finally have what these movies have been trying to emulate.
To him, yeah, you're not wrong.
So
That's how you know this movie was ahead of its time. It's a masterpiece.
it was a dream of '90s kids to have VR, and like we're living in that future, which is awesome.
I remember having birthday parties at roller skating rinks, which they do in this movie as well.
Oh,
Very-
man,
it's a very
yeah.
90s thing
Ooh,
to do.
they had like carpeted walls in the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the birthday scene was weird. He's like, because he wanted to go to her birthday party, but didn't want to know that she was there.
Right.
So he has to go incognito. He's
Well,
in
because
disguise.
he also said that he wasn't going because his parents, he was grounded. She
Yeah.
invites him. He says he can't, and that's why he doesn't want to be seen.
Oh,
Because
okay.
in theory, he's not supposed to be there.
Gotcha.
So, I think this movie was kind of bland. I mean, like I feel like it was kind of trying to set up like hijinks that there was. It kind of would be like he does something shitty and then Sinbad tries to cover for him and normally makes a fool of himself.
Yeah, the driving force
the-
is Sinbad.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like he's kind of like he has like a Vince Vaughn aura about him in this movie. Where he just kind of like goes off on tangents. It's like I feel like he just made some of that shit up himself. Just they were like, yeah, just this is the line, do whatever.
Just
with
do
it.
some of your
He just
stand-up
kinda
here.
goes off. Yeah,
Because I feel like I don't really have any like hijinks or.
they throw him into a cake, and that cake fucking explodes. Like
Well,
all they do is throw him
Yeah.
onto a cake, and that cake goes fucking. It shoots. And it's splattering the walls and hitting people in the face.
Well, I was gonna say that when you watch the one clip of him, they had to put confetti on the table because when he falls into it, it doesn't do anything. It's like anticlimactic. But yet when it cuts
Well, they do
away,
cutaway scenes of cake
yeah,
just
yeah.
flying everywhere.
But you expect it to be like a pie in the face, but no. He watch it again. He flops onto the cake, it doesn't move, and confetti shoots up. I'm just like, oh, they
probably did it without the confetti, and they're like, "Cut this looks
Yeah.
all right." Shit.
Yeah.
What does this need? We need more cake everywhere.
and there was a lot of corporate sponsorship. It
Yeah,
felt like.
McDonald's.
McDonald's,
Yeah.
Coca-Cola. There's definitely more that I'm missing.
Wait, he's in a
Right.
giant Coke cup.
Yeah. Very obviously placed, but that's 90s kids movies.
Snake chat.
Everyone today knows and loves Snake Chat.
On the kid internet.
Also called Facebook. Actually, a lot of people don't know that.
Also, when, he has when they go to sneak out of that party, they have the Parent Guard 2.3 and the computer that just.
The new one just came out,
Oh, I have the 10. Oh,
I have the app for it.
which is the Ferris Bueller.
It's just a soundboard.
Yes, it is. But I love that the title of it, they just decided to go with Parent Guard 2.3, so kids can actually escape out of their houses without the parents. So that should have been the advertising for it, right? It's like, you want to sneak out but don't let your parents know? Here, Parent Guard 2.3.
It's just his voice recorded, so when someone knocks on the door, it's like, go away!
When they say his name.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whenever they say his name.
Well, then, yeah, that comes back because they're like the head of the CIA guy was like, "You just told me you were asleep in your room. Like, you fell for that? You're the head of the CIA."
Wait, the
And then-
CIA or the Secret Service?
Yeah, Secret Service.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Because
Yeah.
also then their explanation is even better because then he buys that too when he says, oh, he sleepwalks with the dog.
It's like, okay.
Well, the dog was also just out there.
Yeah, just lost out there. So someone's not even taking care of the dog at that point.
And I'm watching you, Sims.
How does this movie end? They're at the mall.
Oh,
How do they get
and
to
that
the mall?
guy is
He's
frightening.
scared.
He's frightening looking.
Because
The-
he goes to the ball, to the dance
Uh-huh.
in the school,
Right.
And he's not supposed to because there's a bomb threat in the White House.
Oh yeah.
And they're
but he
locked
does punch the bully Brad in
Yes,
the, in the
because
face.
Sinbad
he
teaches
gives him
how
a
to-
bloody nose.
Sinbad teaches him how to box.
They
I
keep
forgot
sneaking
about
him
that
out,
whole
'cause,
scene.
he had a name. What is his boxing name?
Whoa.
Something Simi.
Uh,
Because he has like
way
the
to
huge
not
afro.
Have written it down, Lucas.
Well, none of us wrote it down, so we all screwed up.
God damn it.
We suck. So all right, I want to get to my strange connection because
All right.
I've got a few good ones here. So the head of the Secret Service, the one that is like, oh, you just told me you were sleeping up in your room.
Mhm.
So did anyone recognize him?
I mean, I know who he is.
Art LaFleur.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I recognized him as Babe Ruth in The Sandlot.
Yeah.
He plays Babe Ruth in The
Oh,
Sandlot.
interesting.
He's also a baseball player in Field of Dreams,
Yep.
which also features Timothy Busfield, who plays the crazy Secret Service agent.
Oh,
That
yeah,
guy.
he's the
Oh,
brother.
yes.
From, yeah, okay.
And okay, so that guy Timothy Busfield is in another movie with what's the kid's name? Brock,
Yes.
His peers.
called Little Big League, which is not Rookie of the Year. I thought it was Rookie of the Year. It's not. But his big thing is he's Poindexter from Revenge of the Nerds.
Who is?
The
Arlo
Secret
Ford.
Service agent that got fired.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all I
That's
got.
a strange connection.
That's a strange connection. I guess.
I mean-
it's just kind of connected to a different
I was,
movie.
all you told us was another movie he was in.
Well-
yeah, that's fine.
I think but I think this segment is kind of me like being like, oh, I recognize that person. Where do I recognize them from? I didn't know it was Poindexter though, so that's
No, I
interesting.
recognize him from Field of Dreams.
Right.
And I forgot that the other guy was in Field of Dreams. He's
Yeah.
one of the baseball
That's
players.
the connection right there.
And I don't know if this is so much a strange connection, but this is a Disney movie. One of the mid-90s ones.
That
we're
makes
doing.
another postal worker joke?
Yes, it does. But there was another one, President's Daughter, which...
My Date with the President's Daughter.
Yeah.
Totally different.
And
I love that movie.
which is of the same era?
My date with the president's daughter.
Yeah, and I feel like, are there other presidential children's films?
I was
like this?
thinking about it, and I feel like those are the only two I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, that's all
You
that comes
guys
to
have-
mind.
I couldn't think of another one. Or even a children's movie really about the president or the White House. I couldn't think of another one.
Well, do you think they now have those like on permanent reserve in the White House? So whenever like, you
Yep.
know, they're like, you got to watch these two movies now.
And then it's Air
Like a
Force
training
One.
manual.
Dave.
Guys, I'm telling you, we need to write Air Force 1 too. It's gonna be a hit.
It's going to be a classic.
Air Force 12?
No, there's a space.
Well, did you guys have any other connections?
That's all I really
Yeah.
had for this movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any.
Sinbad
hey-
is in Jingle All the Way, which is a great movie.
Yep.
Yeah, well done, Lee. Well done.
Where he fights the governor of California.
Can we please talk about Sonny Bono's
Oh,
weird
yeah.
ass cameo?
Yeah, what was that?
I think it's because Sonny Bono became a congressman.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, but
but why?
That's
I've
it.
seen
I mean,
him.
that was just they got Sonny Bono for an hour.
Well, what about
It-
Bill Clinton in the movie?
Oh man. Well.
Oh, when he's like, "Hey, I think I left my sax line." Sure you haven't seen it?
Well, Bill, I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay.
So, do you think that was like an impersonator that they filmed and they put on, or was it like a new?
No, that was
thing?
just footage of Bill Clinton that they just ADR'd with some
Gotcha.
Russian
Yeah.
voice.
Okay. Also, Sonny Bono's last film
Yeah.
before he died, if you can believe that.
Yep.
I
Unfortunately.
absolutely
I
believe
too read the IMDb trivia.
There you go.
IMDb always giving us true facts here.
Which we need to do one of those little techno-y things for that. The
Here, you want to say it?
IMDb trivia. Well, we already said it, so.
Awesome.
that. I like that
awesome.
you gave yourself your own echo.
That was on the board. They don't know.
Technology.
But no, well, I think we'll try to do that. We'll try to,
Yeah, I think good idea. Wait, so at the end they shoot. Who's the bad guy?
Woods. His name
Woods.
is
Woods.
Yeah.
They shoot him. He falls in, and then they arrest him. That seemed
Well, 'cause
funny to me.
he shoots him in the
shoulder.
Yeah, but then he flies back in the water.
Oh man.
Because
There is blood.
Yeah.
The first time that he falls down, he's still not entirely dead, right? Because then
He just punches him, I think, doesn't he?
Well, no, he has an ankle revolver that he pulls out, and then Sinbad takes a bullet for.
Well, first
First
he gets punched in the water, and then he gets out of the water, which I don't know if your gun could fire
Yeah.
after being.
Oh, you're right.
submerged.
He gets punched into the water by Sinbad,
And he pulls out a
then he
revolver.
pulls out his ankle revolver,
Yeah.
takes a shot at the kid. Sinbad
Just
takes the
left him
bullet.
in the water. He's a terrible Secret Service agent. He
Yeah.
punched him, fell in the water, and then they just casually try to walk away. Come on, man, arrest that guy.
I
Do
also,
something.
that was also because he went, I guess, to get the gun that flew off the guy's hand,
yeah.
and he's going to grab the gun, but he leaves the president's kid just like there with the guy who just tried to
I
kill
mean,
him.
and this
like,
guy
there.
shoots up a mall.
Yeah.
Pre 9/11 was a different time.
You could
You
shoot.
could
up
do
malls.
that in a Disney movie.
Right?
Well, more trivia is that a minute and a half of that climax was edited out for, I think, the English film, because they didn't want that the mall violence scene.
Oh.
So a lot of that when he's running around the mall, like it's a lot of it's cut down.
Huh.
Because I guess America was fine with it at the time.
Right.
But they would have lit him up also. They wouldn't have just shot him once.
Oh no, they would have
Yeah.
riddled him with bullets. He would have been
Oh,
swished.
he's trying to kill the president.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
like 12 Secret Service guys rush in, pointing guns at him, and
And
one
one-
guy fires one bullet. Like they would have lit him up like a Christmas tree.
Which that
Someone's-
guy is also
the
really
guy's like,
great
I
in
got
the
him.
movie, 'cause
Which
he's-
guy?
the guy that shoots Woods in the end, because he's Sinbad's like second
Oh,
in
yeah.
command.
Yeah.
Like he's his partner, and he's just real, just goofy on his own little quirky way throughout the background of the
I like
movie.
when they cut to him by himself dancing,
Dancing
outside,
outside
of the
of
Well, when Sinbad takes the bullet, they set it up in the beginning of his bulletproof vest chafing, and I thought that like he was gonna actually have it on in this climax. And
yeah.
he's
Well,
like,
but he was fired. Like he
Yeah.
didn't have the job.
That's true.
yeah, I would have believed
The reference to that one is not to the bulletproof chafings when he's talking to his superior.
Yeah.
And the thing that he says, did you think when you, because apparently that guy took a bullet for Reagan in the story.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, did you think about it? He's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
And then he does the same thing.
I think the bulletproof vest would have done fine.
Could you guys imagine?
It really hurts me when Sinbad gets injured.
They almost killed
Yeah.
Sinbad, man.
Imagine,
I don't even want to think about that.
but if he didn't take a bullet for Reagan, though.
What?
I don't know, just
Okay.
The economy would be
Just
very
fan-
different.
Fantasizing. That's all.
Well, when the NSA knocks on our doors.
Do you guys want to say how many beers this is, or do you want to scratch that? Because I kind of enjoyed this
Sure.
movie. I would say,
I
like,
really like the
you know, yeah,
Two.
two. I was gonna
Yeah.
say two. I was gonna say two.
You can skip by with just having a cold brew in your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I. Yeah, I agree. That's
Yeah, it's
how I
not.
watch
It's
it.
an hour and a half.
It was light.
Don't watch it stone cold sober though. But you don't want to get too drunk, or else you're just not gonna understand.
That's true. Don't think about it too much.
It's kind of what I did a little bit, but that's all right. You guys are talking about things that I like. Oh yeah, that did happen. I forgot all about that. Where was I? I watched the movie.
Because what I like in this movie is that they have the moment when the kid breaks down and starts crying, goes to the little corner. It felt very genuine to the movie, into like the growth of the kid there,
Mhm.
and that's like what I really like on the movie. That
Don't remember that,
it
but
has this. You don't.
Mhm.
Actually, he gets punched in the face in the school, and they're in the car.
I remember him getting punched.
And then Sinbad just pretty much tells him that he's an ass.
Yeah.
And then the kid just goes to cry in the corner, like in the house. And then Sinbad just makes amends, and that's when the whole boxing
You're right.
montage
you're right.
comes on.
Did you guys ever see Mr. Nanny with Hulk Hogan?
No.
This movie kind
Yes.
of reminded me of Mr. Nanny.
Yes, I've seen Mr. Nanny.
Yeah, we should do that movie too.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan has like 3 or 4 like family films.
Yeah, they did that on How Did This Get Made, and they played a clip from Hulk Hogan.
Did
just
they
be-
do They didn't do Mr. Nanny though. It
They-
was,
they did.
Oh, I thought it was the other one. Was it? Maybe, no, you're probably right.
They did do the other, No Holds
Oh, they
Barred.
did they do both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't do just one.
We need more Sinbad movies in our podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, we do need more.
There's a
Sinbad movies. I'm
house
gonna pull up
guest. He's house guest.
House Guest.
Yeah.
Which is a Pittsburgh-based story.
Yes, it is.
Huh.
With what's his name?
Strange connection.
Who's,
Yeah, I guess.
no, who's Ted from Jingle All the Way? Who was on SNL?
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's him and Phil Hartman,
Oh.
and he pretends to be like Phil Hartman's like high school or college friend, who actually I think gets killed or something in the beginning. It's been a long time, but he goes and lies about who he is, and then he ends up like saving the family and bringing them together, and actually becoming a better friend than the other guy is. Yeah.
Okay, I can get into that. He's
Yeah.
also in Good Burger.
Oh yeah, it's like
coming
it's like a
soon.
cameo though. I think is
He's Keenan's teacher. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So I don't have anything else, guys. I think I recommend this movie.
I agree. I think he holds up. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's light. Fast.
It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but
No. It reminds me again of Blank Check.
But
When
I
you
didn't
watch
mind it, like,
it
yeah.
just, like there's not much to it, and it's very simple, and it does its job really well.
Yeah, this is a really typical film to pick for this podcast because this is what I have in my mind, this type of film. So yeah, it holds up.
Was this the first time you watched it?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't see this movie as a child?
No. So yeah,
I did, but I swear I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just
remember.
little parts.
I remember the skating rink and him being a pizza, and I remember the secret passage,
Hmm.
and the snake chat.
Snake Chat.
Yeah, snake chat.
So if you want to talk to us, you can reach us at snakechat.com. I'll be Viper Boy. And so I guess we're all on board for this movie.
Yeah.
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 I have. I
That's
don't
a
really have
solid
anything
alley.
bad to say about this movie.
Cool. All right. I think that about wraps it up.
It's a classic.
Stay tuned. Maybe another episode next week. Write into us, Throwback Theater Podcast at Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, Throwback Theat, Stitcher. You know, you guys are a huge fan of Stitcher and everything like that.
Stitcher is the best.